Hey everyone, and welcome back to another eShop Deals video, where we take a look at some of the best games currently on sale on the Nintendo Switch eShop. Now I know I've been missing for about a week and a half. I had some personal stuff to take care of. Nothing major, nothing exciting, just stuff that took up a lot of time. But now I'm back and the videos will be coming back in full force. But I do need a big help from all of you. Make sure you hit that like button on today's video. We really need to get the channel back up and running because it does hurt a lot when I take that time off. At the same time, if you're not yet, make sure to subscribe to the channel and drop a comment down below to be automatically entered in the weekly giveaway. And I know I'm a little behind there as well, so I will be making it up over the next couple of weeks. Make sure your notifications are on. So now with all that stuff out of the way, let's jump into the deals. Now our first category for today is going to be Nintendo Switch 2 games. And our first game is going to be Street Fighter 6 that is now 50% off, $19.99. Now this is a refined next-gen fighter built around precision combos, drive mechanics, and fluid 1v1 combat. It features 3 core modes: Fighting Ground Traditional Battles, World Tour RPG Light Exploration and Character Training, and Battle Hub Online Competitions. Not to mention that rollback netcode ensures smooth ranked ladders and casual lobbies. And best of all, from the Nintendo Switch 2, you can expect a stable 60 FPS, fast loading, and crisp textures. Next, we have Star Wars Outlaws Gold Edition that is now 25% off, $44.99. Now this is a third-person open-world adventure game where you play as Kay Vess. The gameplay centers around heists, stealth, blaster shootouts, speeder chases, space hops, and a syndicate reputation system for shaping missions. Not only that, but the Gold Edition also includes all the story DLC. Although this game didn't live up to what everyone was expecting, it can still offer some fun times for Star Wars fans. And last, for our Nintendo Switch 2 section, we have Chronos: The New Dawn that is now 15% off, $50.99. Now this is a brutal third-person survival horror game with a signature merge mechanic. You have to burn corpses or the enemies will absorb them to evolve. Scavenge, craft, and push through retro-futuristic zones while managing scarce ammo and upgrades. So if you're looking at newer survival horror on the Nintendo Switch 2, till the next Resident Evil comes out, this game will scratch that itch. Now next, we're going to be moving into some roguelikes. And our first one is going to be Sifu that is now 75% off, only $9.99. This game is a stylish martial arts brawler focused on precise timing, parries, and crowd control. Every fight is brutal and technical, with progression tied to aging. Each death will make you older, strengthening some stats while weakening others. This game is all about learning attack patterns, unlocking new moves, and mastering environmental takedowns across cinematic levels. Next for this category, we have Curse to Golf, which is 85% off, only $2.99. Now this is a roguelike golf adventure where each course is a dungeon-like puzzle. Plan shots, use trick cards for boosts, survive hazards, and navigate supernatural layouts to escape purgatory. Precision, creativity, and resource management are key as every stroke matters. A truly fantastic pixel art roguelike. Next, we have one of the OG entries in this category with Darkest Dungeon at 70% off, $7.49. Now this is a gothic turn-based dungeon crawler built around stress, permadeath, and brutal resource management. You'll have to assemble a group of flawed heroes, manage torchlight insanity, and endure punishing tactical battles where mental strain is as deadly as any monster. And truly, at this price, it's a steal. Now next, that brings us to Dicey Dungeons, that is 80% off, $2.99. Now this is a deck builder meets dice-based roguelike. You'll have to roll dice to activate equipment, upgrade abilities, and survive randomized enemy encounters. Strategic risk-reward will define every run with quirky characters, unique mechanics, and fast-paced tactical decisions. This one truly is a hidden gem in the genre. Now we still have a couple left, and our next one is going to be Cobalt Core that is now 35% off, $12.99. Now this game is a deck building space roguelike focused on turn-based ship combat and movement prediction. You'll have to manage crew abilities, position your ship, and craft powerful synergies to outsmart enemies. Runs in this game emphasize tactical planning, smart card choices, and learning enemy patterns. And the final game in the genre is going to be Raven's Watch Legendary Edition, 60% off, $13.99. Now this is a dark roguelike action game where fairy tale heroes battle nightmare creatures in fast, skill-based combat. Each character has unique abilities and upgrades, with even co-op gameplay available. You'll explore maps, unlock powers, and face intense boss fights in runs that reward mastery and team synergy. Once again, a totally underrated game in the genre. Now next, we're going to be looking at a couple of Metroidvanias, and our first one is going to be Owlboy, that is now 80% off, $4.99. Now this one is a beautifully animated, story-driven adventure platformer where you fly freely through sky islands, recruiting companions with unique abilities to solve environmental puzzles. Combat is going to blend flight movement with partner-based shooting as you swap allies on the fly. This really is a game where exploration and heartfelt storytelling take center stage, supported by detailed pixel art and emotional character moments. And our second game in this category is going to be Blasphemous 2, the Mea Culpa edition, that is now 50% off, $18.99. Now this game is a brutal, non-linear Metroidvania focused on precise melee combat, punishing bosses, and deep religious gothic lore. In this second entry, you'll choose between distinct weapon styles like fast dual blades, a heavy hammer, or a balanced sword. You'll also unlock powerful skills as you explore labyrinthian holy ruins. The Mea Culpa edition also now bundles the main game with the post-launch updates and additional content, making this now the cheapest way to get the full release.
Incorruptible flesh, all under the dictate of the oldest penitent.
Now our next stop on the deals are going to be some action-adventure games, with our first one being Dredge, hitting a brand new low of 60% off, $9.99. Now this is a fishing meets horror adventure where you captain a small trawler, catch and sell fish, upgrade your boat, and slowly uncover unsettling secrets beneath the misty waters. By day you explore and manage inventory Tetris style. By night, madness rises, sea monsters emerge, and navigation becomes dangerous. Progression focuses on better gear, navigation tools, and uncovering lore in a decaying ocean world. This is a truly one-of-a-kind action-adventure game. Now our second game is a more recent entry with Lost in Random: The Eternal Die that is 30% off, $17.49. Now this is a dark fairy tale action-adventure game that mixes real-time attacks, ranged shots, and card-based abilities powered by a walking dice companion. You'll roll to slow time, build energy, summon weapons, traps, and magic effects. And in this game, exploration blends with quirky Tim Burton-style worlds, puzzles, and narrative choices across 6 bizarre dice-ruled realms. This game truly emphasizes combat that is built around dice rolls and tactical planning.
All belongings infused with magic.
This little adventure ends.
Now next up, we're going to be jumping into the beat-em-ups. And our first one is going to be Final Vendetta that is now 75% off, $6.23. Now this game is a classic arcade-style beat-em-up inspired by Final Fight and Streets of Rage. You'll brawl through gritty pixel art streets using punches, grabs, juggling combos, and specials. Tight timing, enemy crowd control, and brutal difficulty make it feel authentically 90s. Not to mention multiple characters, couch co-op, and a thumping dance club soundtrack that amplify that pure arcade energy. Second up in this category, we have Tunche, that is 88% off, $2.39. Now this one is a hand-drawn roguelike beat-em-up set in the Amazon rainforest. You'll have to chain aerial juggles, spells, and stylish combos while exploring procedurally shuffled stages. You also have the choice from unique characters including Hat Kid from A Hat in Time, and upgrade your abilities between runs. Light RPG growth, boss fights, and a painterly art style define the journey of this game. And our last beat 'em up for today's video is going to be Teenage Mutant Turtles Arcade Wrath of the Mutants, that is now 67% off, $9.89. Now this is a fast, arcade pure TMNT brawler where you smash through short, punchy stages, battling Foot Clan, mutants, and iconic bosses like Shredder. Simple but satisfying combos, team supers, and on-the-rails arcade pacing keep action constant. Couch co-op and classic Saturday morning cartoon style make it a nostalgia-driven button-mashing romp. This is definitely not the best single-player TMNT beat-em-up, but it is a fun, casual game in multiplayer.
There's where I want you.
Turbo power!
Baxter Stockman.
Now for our next category, we have a couple of 3D action games. And our first one's going to be Pumpkin Jack, that is now 80% off, $5.99. Now this game is a 3D action platformer inspired by PS2 era classics. You play as Jack, the Pumpkin Lord, running, jumping, and slashing through Halloween-themed worlds filled with puzzles, light combat, and quirky NPCs. Each level mixes platforming challenges, environmental tricks, and boss battles with seasonal charm and playful, spooky humor. The focus here is tight, colorful platforming with a gothic cartoon twist. I personally really have a sweet spot for this game, and it's a total steal at $6. And our second game for today is going to be Star Overdrive, that is now 30% off, $24.49. Now this game is an open-world action-adventure built around hypersonic hoverboard traversal, keytar-powered combat, and environmental puzzle solving. The game takes place on a distant alien planet, where you'll have to chain tricks, battle creatures and bosses, gather resources, and craft parts to upgrade your board while exploring varied biomes in search of your long-lost love. The gameplay loop emphasizes fast movement, creative combat abilities tied to music, and discovery across a sprawling world. This game feels like a unique mix of Breath of the Wild style gameplay and fast-paced skateboarding mechanics.
I wish you could see this.
Now next, that means we're moving into our 2D platformers. And yet again, I've got a couple here, with our first one being Gravity Circuit, 55% off, $9.89. Now this game is a fast-paced 2D action platformer inspired by Mega Man and Bionic Commando. You play as Kai, a cyber ninja who uses punch-based combat, grappling hook mobility, and powerful special techniques to dismantle robot armies. Stages feature tight platforming, hidden upgrades, and boss battles with pattern-based attacks. The most important parts here are movement mastery and stylish melee combos, which are definitely the core focus. And our second game for this category is going to be Tiny Thor, that is now 75% off, $4.99. Now this game is a retro 16-bit style action platformer with precision platforming and a unique ricochet hammer mechanic. As young Thor, you'll have to throw Mjolnir and angle bang shots to hit enemies, flip switches, and solve environmental puzzles. Levels blend tricky platforming, skill-based combat, secrets, and big boss encounters, backed by pixel art and classic Amiga-style vibes. Fair warning, this is a pretty challenging game, but a very satisfying one as well. Now our next category is going to be our puzzle and strategy category. And our first game here is going to be Islanders New Shores, that is now 25% off, $7.49. Now this game is a minimalist, relaxing strategy puzzle city builder where you place buildings for score-based synergy instead of resource grinding. Each island will give you a limited building pool where you'll have to place structures smartly to chain score bonuses, unlock new packs, and expand to fresh biomes. No timers, combat, or pressure, just calm planning, aesthetic island layouts, and endless procedural maps designed for chill creativity and light strategic depth. Overall, just a great relaxing puzzle game. And secondly, we have the whole Monument Valley series that is currently 25% off, $7.49 a piece for the first and second one, and $14.99 for the third one. Now this is a perspective-bending puzzle series, where you need to guide characters through impossible architecture. And the gameplay centers on rotating, sliding, and transforming surreal structures to forge paths that only exist from the right viewpoint. With gentle pacing, elegant touch controls, and minimalist storytelling, it creates a dreamlike journey filled with optical illusions, emotional themes, and atmospheric soundscapes. Once again, another fantastic series for puzzle fans. And lastly, to wrap up today's video, we have our miscellaneous category, which are games that really just didn't fit in anywhere else. And our first one is going to be Cattle Country, that is 25% off, $18.74. Now this game is a cozy frontier life sim where you build a homestead in the Wild West. Ranch animals, grow crops, mine resources, craft tools, and build your ranch from scratch while befriending townsfolk. Light action and exploration layer over a relaxed cowboy-themed farming and relationship-building loop. Think Stardew Valley with cowboy boots and open-range charm. Next, that brings us to Rift of the Necrodancer, that is now 35% off, $12.99. Now this is a rhythm action spin-off of Crypt of the Necrodancer, but instead of grid dungeon crawling, you fight waves of enemies in lane-based rhythm combat, battle bosses through music-driven mechanics, and play WarioWare-style rhythm minigames. A great soundtrack, timing-focused skill, and character-specific challenges define the experience of this one-of-a-kind game. But that's not all, because our before-last game is going to be Venba, that is now 67% off, $4.94. Now this game is a narrative cooking adventure about an Indian immigrant family in Canada. You'll get to cook authentic South Indian recipes using tactile kitchen mechanics while progressing through heartfelt chapters about culture, memory, and family connection. This game is short but rich, blending food, storytelling, and music for an emotional indie experience. And now at under $5, it's easily worth a pickup. Now our last game to close out today's video is going to be Jack Move, that is 80% off, $3.99. Now this game is a stylish cyberpunk JRPG with fast turn-based combat and a single party system centered on tactical data attacks. You'll have to swap software loadouts mid-fight, hack enemies, and customize your deck of abilities. With pixel art visuals, a neon-drenched world, and tight pacing, make this game a focused modern take on the classic RPG structure. And at this incredible budget price, for the right player, it's one of the best pickups of today's video. Now, I want to thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know what games you're picking up in the comments down below. Also want to give a huge shout out to my channel supporters. Their monthly support is so appreciated here. And on the way out, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already, and click on that notification bell so you know when all my future content comes out. And as usual, I hope I'll see you in my next video.